Hey, this is Commander Bacon with His Way Homestead, and in this video, I'm going to take you on a little driving tour of Boonsboro, the town I grew up in. We're going to go down Main Street, so stay tuned. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a driving tour on Main Street of Boonsboro. We're going to come in. We're not there yet, but we're really close. Hopefully you can see the buildings and the neat architecture and everything with the Main Street. So I'm just going to let you ride along. What I might do is angle the camera to the left. I'll drive through town and then I'll drive back again. That way you can see these buildings. And I'll go the speed limit, which is really slow through town. But there's one of the buildings. You can see it's definitely a log cabin, right? Most of the houses along Main Street downtown are like that. They just have siding over it. A little bumpy. We'll take you through the whole way. We'll let you see this side of the road, and then we'll come back and let you see the other side of the road. White building with blue shutters. It's the same type of floor plan that we've seen all over. This brick building on the left was a furniture store, and they made furniture, and a lot of the furniture that came out of there are highly prized antiques now. See, a lot of neat old buildings. They just added these light poles not too long ago. They definitely add a neat touch. There's the Nora Roberts in Boonsboro, which sounds really weird. It should be the Inn of Boonsboro. That building with the clock tower, that used to be a bowling alley when I grew up. You see a lot of neat construction. Probably making a lot of people mad because I'm going slow, but I don't care. They can get over it. You can see a lot of neat old buildings. Probably would be better to walk through this, and maybe I'll do it if it warms up next week. I might do a walking tour of Main Street. But right now it's pretty cold and the wind's blowing, and it's kind of brutal. So we're coming out of the main town. Go up here to this turnabout and turn about. That's what it's there for. Fairly new thing with all these turnabouts, which they're okay if everybody knows how to use them properly. If you don't, it could be a headache for sure. Alright, so now we're coming back into town. See, there's Thompson's Gas Center and Appliances. They used to be downtown on Potomac Street. Let's see if we can get more of an angle so you can see the houses. taking place here. That was the folks, the Carsons, that owned the property behind my dad's house, and that's where they kept sheep in there, and they had a Palomino mare that was back there. I used to hunt rabbits in their field. Some old churches. This church on the left that you're about to see, that big tower, that's the church that I grew up in. It's a Lutheran church, and the building before it is the I forget what they call it, the pastor's place. I'm drawing a blank. But most of these that aren't brick, that have siding on it, probably even the brick ones, they're all this log cabin. See, there's another one, and you see all these are kind of connected together. And this that brick building right there, it's now life care management thing. That used to be Western Auto. Some pretty cool buildings for sure. They're all on top of each other. So we'll take one more trip more out of town, because there are some neat buildings on the left side of the road. That National Road Museum, that used to be a hardware store, and they had some of the best sharp cheese ever. There's an old guy that worked there, and his job every morning was to flip the big wheels of sharp cheese so that the oil would run back down through it. They had the best sharp cheese ever. Some pretty cool brick houses along here. Most of them have a wooden barn shed in the backyard behind them. Trying to go slow enough that you can see it good. We'll go on out here. There's a vacant farmhouse that I want to show you guys. It's pretty cool. Empty lot that says it's Boonsboro Historical Park. I don't know what they plan on doing with that. That house on the left on the hill right there, the gray stone, that used to belong to a doctor. And we're coming out of the main part of town. But I'm going to drive on up here and show you this old farmhouse that's pretty much abandoned. On the left on the hill is the American Legion Post 10. My dad was the post commander at one time out there. We got to go to some conventions, and that was pretty cool because he was the post commander. He got to be the main speaker at one of them. We're going to go down here. I'm going to show you. I don't know how close I can get to it. I don't know if I can drive into it or not. We'll see. Looks like there might be a road. Let's find out. All this used to be just empty fields, and now it's all filled up with houses. Houses that are on top of each other. Alright, so you can see that this house is not in great shape. The windows are boarded up, but it is a cool building. And that's kind of what I was telling you about, that deck in the back. A lot of times they would have stairs going down off of that, and they said that was like the farmhand quarters, where they could come and go as they please, but the rest of the house was for the owner, right? But yeah, all the windows are boarded up. The thing probably should be condemned. It's pretty rough. I don't know how brick is, but the roof is falling apart and everything else. But it is a neat building. It's got, you can see the stone foundation for it. That's pretty cool. You see that? Pretty neat architecture. All right, that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed the drive-through tour of Main Street of Boonsboro and seeing all the architecture and stuff that I grew up with. So if you like this kind of video, hit the like button. If you really like me and like what we're doing, all our videos, and you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button and smash the little bell, right? Make it ring. And that way you'll get a notification every time we post a new video. And don't forget, His way is the best way. We'll see you next time. God bless.